and welcome to beautiful Saint-Maxime, France, where we've just wrapped up 2 big days of racing at the 7th annual SUP Race Cup, this classic French event. Saturday, day 1, saw the 6-kilometre beach race, and with a bit of wind whipping up an interesting course race, up and down and side wind. No surprise, Connor Baxter making the most of the conditions, heading out early. Only Titouan Pouillot from New Caledonia and Michael Booth from Australia could really hang with him, but Connor was too strong in the bumps, taking the win by just 9 seconds ahead of T2 and over a minute clear of Michael Booth in third. Coming home second, there's T2 for the NSP Quick Blade team, but it was Starboard's Connor Baxter with the early lead. In the women's, SIC's Sonny Honscheid from Germany took out the win, a clear win by about 90 seconds ahead of Fiona Wild and Olivia Piana. Heading into day 2 with the overall combined times deciding the event title here in Saint-Maxime, it was all on the distance race, and with over 100 paddlers on the line, it was a pretty hectic start. You see the aerial shot there, that's Michael Booth at the bottom of the screen, setting a mean pace. Michael Booth, the dark horse from Australia, perhaps a dark horse no longer after his performance this weekend. He kept surging time and time again over the opening 2 kilometres. He told us post-race that his strategy was to try and break Connor and the other guys because he had over a minute to make up, and that's exactly what he did. As you see the beautiful French Riviera in the background, a great backdrop for this race. In the women's, it was once again Sonny Honscheid going out early. Fiona and Olivia and Seychelles from Florida went early but couldn't stick with the German. But in the men's, all the action was being made by Michael Booth. You can see he surged here, got a few board lengths, turned it into 10 board lengths, and before you knew it, the race was over. By the midway part of the course, Boothie had over a minute gap on the chase pack that was T2, Connor, and Stevie Tishotada from Tahiti. It was an amazing performance by the Aussie. As we see here, T2 aggressively trying to close the gap, but they just couldn't do it. Boothie was on fire today and just with every stroke was pulling away. You see the guys in 5th through 9th here. It was the Hasulio brothers, Leo Nika, all on starboard, Trevor Tunnington. Martin Letournier from the Hobie team did a great job to stick in that group. As Boothie comes around the rocks here and we see just a minute behind, it was T2, Connor and Stevie trying to close the gap, but with these bumps the guys were milking it and it was very difficult to draft, allowed the gaps to remain open. Another beautiful aerial shot here from the drone cameraman. We see some of the ladies coming around the giant rock buoy turn here that marked the midway point of the 15-kilometre distance race. On screen now we've got the chase pack in the women's after Sonny Honscheid broke away. It was Olivia Piana and Fiona Wild, the starboard teammates, along with Mistral's Seychelles Hatting, one of the surprise packets. Seychelles powered home to get the runner-up spot. But out front in the men's, it was all Michael Booth. Charged home at a rapid pace, hit the beach to win by a minute from Connor Baxter and T2, but it was just not enough to win, going down by 9 seconds to Connor Baxter on the overall standings. So great job for Connor and Sonny to take week 3 of the EuroTo, presented by Starboard. Now it's off to Germany for the big Lost Mill Showdown.
Now, after Connor's done with